Hey guys, Tales of Turam here. Oh, that's speaking. Give me a second. And we're back with another installment of The Edge of All, a level 30 string of one shots or continuous ones, a story to be for real with you. And we're here today with Basilius once again, if you would like to say hi.
Hello.
And joining this time, instead of playing the Fire Genasi woman or whatever she was, we have V, who's playing a new character who will introduce themselves in a little bit. But V, if you want to say hi.
Andy.
Um, yeah, and that's who we have here today. Oh, I'm sorry, the title card for my other game is still on. Let me just turn that off. Um, did not mean to have that there. But yeah. So, this campaign is taking place in space. A brief rundown for anybody who's wondering what's going on. Individuals were transported from their home worlds, home planes of existence, to deep space. Different parts of what they came to be known as, well, what they came to know as an asteroid. Um, Many of them started to find themselves towards a large city they saw in the distance, one of spiraling platinum and silver towers with many different galleons and ships of similar sort, as well as strange ships of metallic structure floating through the city. On their way there, the group of two that we focused on last time found themselves in combat with a boulette that had been changed, both powerfully and, should I say, biologically, known as an astral boulette. As these two managed to fucking massacre it, even though I made it powerful, these two then traveled towards the city even closer, and as they approached, they were not assaulted, but they were detained by three solar glider riding individuals who they came to know as Githyanki or Githzerai. Well, two of them as Githzerai, and one as either a really buff Githzerai or a Githyanki. The two of them failed their persuasion checks heavily and managed to get into combat with these guards, wherein they won without having to make a single swing. Two of them died. One of them got killed by his laser blaster exploding. The other got eaten by the bullet as he ran away. The other one, the captain of the guard, the silver Githyanki, we're going to call it Githyanki for now, managed to be healed by the two of them as they escorted them. Chiron, do you have the name of the Githyanki? Because I'm pretty sure I would have given it to you, right?
Uh, no, I don't think we learned their name.
Okay. But it was a her, correct?
Yeah, it was a woman.
Okay. Uh, as these two would have been escorted by the Githyanki commander, the captain, to the city of Horizon, wherein they would become separated. And that's where we start our story today. Let me go ahead and get the music started. Any questions from the two of you before we begin? All right, well, let me start the music then. See if this picks it up on my recording. It does, just a little bit down now. All right. Come on, / repeat. So, as we pull in, we come to this large asteroid belt fed by this swirling of cosmic energy beneath it. We see, sitting in the very center of this asteroid belt, is a large city of spiraling towers of silver, platinum, and energy beams that seem to rise up the buildings, around the buildings. Many banners of energy, orange, blue, silver, whatever color, that seems to be flowing energy that almost seems to have no sustenance to it, but still flows with the astral winds that pass through. As we begin to descend, we see many different starships, sky galleons, and other creations that soar through the astral sea, moving through the city, its upper regions, its upper decks. Many walkways and catways are sprawling across the lower the lower mid tiers of the city. And below, we can see hundreds of people, at least, maybe a few thousands at the very least, walking through the city or jumping through the city to different plateaus. From these buildings, we can see different vegetation that hangs, weird alien style, twisting purple vines with glowing, dimming blue bulbs on it, where we see as we pass through the city a Githyanki child with his mom reaches up and grabs one and just starts to bite on it as this blue juice that glows just sprays across his mouth. His mother takes this strange energy, the same strange energy banners, same material of it, takes a small rag and wipes his face as it seems to zap all that extra goop away from his face as they continue to walk through the streets with these shawls wearing on them. We see guards walking through the city as we descend into one of these buildings, where we hear a single confident voice as our screen fades to darkness for the moment. Defend the world. Protect creation. As we see Awakening in a pod. If you would like to describe your character, V.
So, give me one sec. Where is it? Okay, give me a sec here. Alright. A 6'2" turtle with a rather solid looking shell, even for the race that he is. Sits up, showing his apparent age.
Yeah, well, the pod opens and you sit up, yes.
Yeah. That's what I was figuring. He looks around a tad bit unsure as to what's happening right now due to the, rocky and tight state.
As you wake up, you look around and there are a few Githyankies in, lab coats with steampunk goggles on and clipboards, writing stuff down. But continue.
He stretches a tad bit, flexing to make sure that all his limbs are, functional for all they are, his chosen weapon. As he begins to attempt to step out of the pod, the color upon his shell seems to be that of a dark green, with white upon the bottom. I don't know much how to describe him. I apologize.
So as you step out and you look around, you see the strange creatures, which you would know as Githyanki, are speaking to each other and just...
I am capable of understanding all languages.
Okay. I will say... Gith is a weird alien language, so I will just say roll an intelligence check with advantage here.
Sure. Tongue of the Sun lets me understand all languages, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to say see if you actually understand it or if you get the gist of it to an extent.
Yeah.
Just because Gith is, not a common language, I don't even think you could learn it in D&D, which is the thing. So...
Unless you are that race, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see, so you said just a normal intelligence check?
It's just like a 10 DC. You're good, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, fucking yeah. So, as you stand up, you hear... which translates, and you understand it, because you're waking up. Amazing, Doctor. Your experiment worked. Do you know how much this will revitalize our civilization? Sorry, I misspoke there. I'm so excited. And you hear, of course, dear. I am spectacular, after all. And he looks towards you. You, Turtle. We found you hurtling through space, frozen. Tell me, how are you feeling? Any strangities in your limbs? Any, missing fingers? Anything you cannot move?
No, not that I can tell.
Okay, and now, can you remember who you are?
I at least remember my name, not entirely how I got to space, likely failed astral projection if I had to take a wild guess, but I
Well,
remember my name is Alvin Treyas Tellerus.
well, that checks out, Al, because your brain signature had shown that you were long gone, long frozen. Carbon dating put you around 10,000 years ago. Anyways, just a few tests here, and you still have wires on the back of your head. Can you say the following for me? Good. And
Seems
now,
terribly confused by this.
Now, one more thing, and he hands you a small clipboard, and you see like a smiley face on one side and a frowny face on the other, and like a mixture between. Can you please mark how your experience has been so far?
I'm just gonna mark like one off of the maximum.
They hand you a
Going to
ballpoint
smiley
pen to
face.
do it.
Yeah.
He looks at it, he frowns
figured
for a
it's fine.
second, and he smiles. Well then, thank you. Before you go, you're in the city of Horizon. It's a city on an asteroid belt within the astral sea. I don't know if you know what that means. Be careful. There are a few laws you won't know here, and I do not have time to dedicate to telling you our laws. Just basically don't be violent. Anyways, you have a good time and have fun at the whirl, whatever that is. You kept saying it while you were unconscious. Oh, and your stuff's right there, and he points over to the left.
Thank you. He's gonna walk over and put on the clothing and pick up his stuff. He walks using a staff, similar to how his brother does. I'm sure you remember his brother, Goblin.
No, I don't. Enlighten me.
No, you don't. No. We're just gonna leave it at you don't remember. That's fine.
I do.
Is my mic
Don't
picking something up in the
say
background? What's it
anything.
picking up? Do you guys hear anything?
No?
It's weird because it says it's picking something up.
Wait, I don't hear anything extra.
Well, it doesn't matter. It might just be picking up the recording. Anyways, so as you take your stuff and begin to leave, you find yourself on a balcony about 300 feet from the ground, and you watch, as somebody else leaves behind you, they go, well, welcome to the city, Al. If you need something to eat, just pick something from any of the vines. You look around, there's, thousands of vines hanging from these buildings where people are, just taking a bit of fruit and eating it, or, taking some of the stuff. I wouldn't recommend the red bulbs there. Those are man-eating plants. And you watch as he, puts his cloaks on and whatnot, and he goes, oh, you must be confused. Just jump. And he just jumps.
What?
And you see him slowly descend towards the ground. As you see, this energy just surrounds him like a vortex. As it begins to fall.
Alright. Suppose I can jump. I don't need food or water, so I'll be fine. I don't need to pick any food. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump, I guess.
Okay, you jump. As you jump, you feel yourself fall for a brief second, and it startles you, but then you begin to slow, almost as if zero gravity is affecting you, as you begin to descend slowly towards the ground. And you see a few other people at higher balconies do the same thing. As you continue to descend and get a better look at the streets here, they're about 60 feet wide and whatnot, and you're looking around towards many of the balconies. You're like, how do people drive skyships here? Well, you look at above and see skyships. And you see there's no room for skyships to pass by the lower areas here, and you're like, oh, probably no sky. And suddenly this smaller this small wind sailing ships that you use in wind surfboards basically for surfing, but they have the wind sail in the front.
Yes.
You see one of those made of bronze and wood that seems to have a sail made of these hexagonal energies of orange that seem to just speed past you as you get knocked and you start to do twirls as you're floating down, and you're like, what the fuck? And you look up and you watch another one, but this one with flashing red and blue lights for its hexagonal pattern just goes past you as well, chasing after it.
This is quite odd. I'm looking around. I'm so confused. I am so lost.
At this point, you land on the ground and you look around and you see a few people looking at you but continuing to walk away. What do you want to do?
I actually have no idea. I'm going to start exploring, figure out to I don't know, look for perhaps a library where I can try to understand the laws that I don't know about.
Alright. You begin to look around for a library, and you don't seem to find one. This place is alien to you. You're unsure what would be fucking a library. There's not really many signs around. There's, like, strange markings on different buildings that you can't really understand.
Yeah, I would like to mention that my understanding of all languages only applies to spoken.
Yeah. I know. As you begin to look around, you get kind of lost, and you see everybody watching. My notes got kind of fucked up, so I don't have them anymore, and I had to ask Chiron, who made weird notes, so we're just going based off what I assume here. You see what seems to be this large silver building, this spire that seems to tilt upwards, and then about 2,000 feet up, it suddenly 90-degree turns into one of the other spires. You can see hanging moss and different vegetations that are alien to you. You can see like some green liquid that pours down into a basin around its steps, and it has a step up to a door. You see written in common, with this strange lettering that seems to be in a black box. The lettering is neon color, and it seems to be energy, and it seems to spell Nova. And it goes left, and then you see, like, after a second of it disappearing off screen, it comes from the right side and says Nova in a different color.
I suppose I will look in there, since it's the only place with common writing that I've seen.
Alright. So, as you begin to enter, you do get a few looks, but you do see humans. You see other creatures that seem to be here speaking to each other on the outside even, and there are some, like, bushes and whatnot, some that are actually familiar to you. As you begin to walk in, you see this large building has almost like an adventurer's guild kind of aesthetic to it. You see a central desk, a few doors, a few staircases. Well, not staircases, but like... Actually, no, there would be a few staircases. One that spirals to your left upwards to a secondary balcony, and you see it continues past that balcony upwards more. And you see dozens of people. You see spacefaring pirates. You see people in astronaut gear. You see individuals that are Githyanki, some that are human, some that are a strange insectoid-like race. You see some strange, like, gnomes, but made of brass. And you see they're all many of them are talking and whatnot. Many of them are, I assume you have a high wisdom, right? A high passive perception?
Yeah, my passive perception is 34.
You hear some talking about sailing the stars and battling large mind flare nautiloids. You hear others speaking about their many exploits on barren planets. You hear one that looks like...
Come out.
Sorry, I don't know why everything's fucking lagging now. We just got good internet, and now it's already fucking... Oh my god, I'm about to fucking punch someone, bro. You hear them talking about their exploits on barren planets, or you even see one that's dressed in like a rancher outfit talking about his group of glupidoids that he's currently using to farm resources on an uninhabited planet. And as you're looking around, you see a lot of creatures. You don't see monster races, I should say. So when you see a large fucking minotaur step into the establishment, it catches your attention. And he's flanked by a Githyanki in this beautiful silver armor with, like, a helmet on that has a visor on the front. And she wields a large, almost what seems to be like an assault rifle, but you could see energy coils that pulse with energy around it as she puts it on her back. And she has this large spiked, large spear almost, a glaive, but the top of it seems to just be cut off with a little piece of metal, and she steps in. She, like, bangs it on the ground, and you see this blade of pure energy just comes out, a curved blade at the top, as she looks around and goes, "Alright, I'm gonna need someone here to help my, and she's speaking in common at this point. I'm gonna need someone here to give the general gist to this creature here. They saved my life. Get me Rebecca." And as she says that, she looks towards the Minotaur. Chiron, if you'd like to re-describe your character, please.
Alright, hold on. I have this written down. Right. Angus is a Minotaur who is 7 foot 6 inches. Hello. Oh, hey, Corman. Okay. Angus is a 7 foot 6 inch tall Minotaur. He wears no armor, but he does have pieces of metal adorned on him, like on his shoulders and on his legs, and he has a large gladiator belt proudly worn around his waist. He has red sashes from his waist down to his legs, and he has one that goes over from one shoulder all the way and crosses around his back. He has a shield strapped to his arm and a large greatsword strapped to his back, and he has curved horns that go a little forward and up. So it's ideal for charging. Yeah.
You see the Githyanki female who has her helmet off is this silver-colored female Githyanki with this pulled-back hair that seems to fall back in the platinum braid. As she seems to be speaking to you, Angus, she goes, "Rebecca is the, shall I say, the head curator of Nova. Nova is the sort of an explorers guild. It's a meet together, come together for those who like to explore the stars and go out and find the unfound. Basically, what you would assume would be an adventurers guild."
Okay.
This is all telepathic between you and her.
Oh. Yeah, okay. And this will help find Starhaven.
If there's information about Starhaven, this is the best place to find it, unless you wish to find any of the head curators of the collections of the city, but even then, they are very private about what they know. So for someone like you, yes, unfortunately.
Thank you, tiny lady.
Ah, I never told you my name. Gossamir is the name. Like Gossimir. Gossamir.
Gossamir. If we pick up the squad that was.
I am a member of the... Should I say, well, I am the captain of my own squad of the city guard here. Mind you, this telepathic conversation is kind of like shifting something she's saying to make more sense to you. So when she says city guard, she says something else, but you're like, I don't know what that means. So it just shifts it to something you wouldn't know. At this point, you also notice the turtle in the room, because he's pretty standout-ish. As she goes, "I must return to give an incident report on the boulettes, the astral boulette, and create a group to hunt it down."
Okay.
Talk to Rebecca.
Thank you
and
for your help.
she hands you a small, like, silver piece. The silver piece isn't a silver piece, it's like a square kind of dog tag almost, and it has her calling card on it. As you can see, like, some strange orange glowing energy text on it, and she goes, you'll be able to contact me with this. And it also serves as a station of being one of my allies, friends, whatever you want. You know me. Don't go waving this around willy-nilly, please. And she hands it to you. Go ahead and write down Gossamir's mark.
Let me put that in special items. Gossamir's mark.
It basically acts as a sending stone to her. It allows you to cast the sending message once a week to her. And it also allows you to really use her kind of station here within the city. Oh, and before I go, I will find your friend for you. I don't know where they disappeared to.
Thank you. Worried.
Of course. As she leaves. Turtle, you see this? You see them like just stare at each other and then just like nod their heads, and then she hands him something and leaves.
The, the turtle, who is clearly still confused, walks over to Mentar.
Hmm?
Well, seems you might have a bit of a grasp on this place. I'm a tad bit unfamiliar and was wondering if you might have information on some of the either laws or what has happened
You would
in recent
be
history.
be wrong, Turtle Man. Agnes arrived earlier. No prior knowledge.
Uh, so we're in the same boat.
Yes, but I have name. Rebecca. Must see.
Are you saying that is your name or
No, no. Uh, he'll like pound his chest with his fist. I am Agnes. Or, fuck. Angus. The, how do you... Pleased to meet you, Turtle Man.
it's nice to meet you. My name is Alvin Treyas Tellers. Though Al was a nickname that I was called, and I suppose it works.
Hmm.
At this
My,
point, you see walking over as you're talking. You can continue after I say this, but seemingly like kind of orbiting around the two of you are two individuals. You see what seems to be I'll say you see what seems to be a half orc, kind of wearing like a chef's outfit, just like looking at you both and like looking at the Minotaur specifically, and just like looking you up and down. You see that other rancher like guy in like this white rancher's outfit just like walks over and he's just like standing there listening and waiting for you guys to finish. Continue.
companion, friend is, not with me at the moment. Got a quest given by power higher than my own. You may help if you wish.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt. I have nothing better to do.
Fantastic. And Angus will look at the two. Hello, friends.
The chef looks at you and you see him lick his lips. What's up, tasty slab of meat? Haven't seen your kind around here before. You
Angus is not familiar.
mind giving me a small piece of your hide so I could try it out?
Angus will take his greatsword and knob a little meat off of his shoulder.
Okay. You do so, and he takes it and he goes, he like wraps it in like this small wrapping paper, and he looks at you and goes, "For your troubles," and he passes you 10 gold.
Thank you. It is. Angus does not know how he tastes, but money is very nice.
I'll find you and I'll let you know.
You got the bandage?
He walks away. The rancher walks up and he goes, "My friend, that was a very weird thing, but he slaps you on like the wound. He pulls out some gauze and wraps it. Well, hello there. How y'all doing?"
Hello.
Oh, I was thinking that was common. I do not know much.
He's a freak. Don't worry about him. Most people just don't give them like meat from themselves.
Is that not what he asked?
And that's what he asked for, but I mean, it's fucking weird.
Frankly, I don't know what has become weird and has stopped being weird in the past 10,000 years.
Fuck, you're old. Anyways, you see him like think for a second. Hold on, I'm gonna roll a fucking intelligence save for that. He didn't expect you to lead with that. Anyways, have you heard of globloids?
No.
What?
Well, if I have a second of your time, I can explain exactly what I mean.
Is that like a link?
Now, you know... How do I explain this? Do you know what a slime is?
Oh, yes, very much. I've bought a few of those.
Well, A slime is one that is natural and naturally forming on a planet and whatnot. A globloid is one whose essence comes from the very stars themselves. Let me tell you, they fall from the heavens, and when they hit the ground, they become this gelatinous mass similar to a slime. But they consume planets. They can consume people, creatures, even inanimate rocks and whatnot. You get my gist?
Yes.
Celestial consuming slimes, then.
Yes. However, if you catch them when they're young, within, I'd say, a couple of months, I'm not the best catcher, but within, I'd say, a year, if you catch them within their first year, you can take them and use them for your own liking. I have like 10,000 globloids in a warehouse right now that I am training for specific purposes. They can be trained for many things: consumption of unwanted goods, consumption of enemies for torturous reasons if you're feeling like it. They can be used for manual slave labor. They have many purposes, and they don't take much to really fill. They can go days without food, and you could just feed them trash. Now, I bet you're wondering why I'm telling you about globloids. You see, I have 10,000 in a warehouse I need to get rid of. Are any of you interested in purchasing a globloid or two?
I am not exactly sure if my money is any good anymore, nor do I believe I would have enough.
Well, what you guys got?
Can I make an insight check to see if this is a scam?
Sure.
Alright, where's my insight?
Well,
Not great.
I have gold, but
Well, gold works fine here. It's just, it gets exchanged for the currency of Horizon. But if you hand me the gold cost, I can exchange it and I'll give you your items up front. Your globloids.
No, that's not bad.
As a
21.
wise person, he's getting a little suspicious.
What'd you roll?
Can I?
A 21.
21? He seems to be honest.
I was going to roll myself because I was beginning suspicious at this point.
Yeah, go ahead and
Because
roll. You see,
28.
I am a rancher of extraordinary astral types. He doesn't seem to be lying that he he seems to be exaggerating the globloids a little bit, but he doesn't seem to be lying about them being useful. And he doesn't seem to be lying about being an extreme rancher of the astral sea.
How big are gobloids?
Depends on how old they are. You want one that's less than a year, and he holds his hands out, no bigger than you know what a soccer ball is?
Would I?
No.
A soccer ball similar to cannonball?
Yes.
Agnes can draw parallel.
Good.
Well, cannonballs come in differing sizes. Out of character here. Would Alan Trace know what soccer balls are?
No. I already said no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, would you like to buy one? For the measly, for one globloid, for the measly price of, because I assume you were using gold, you haven't exchanged your currencies yet, would cost you around, let's see here, you're newcomers, I could tell, especially to Horizon, well, to Nova, and Horizon in general. I'd put it at, for the newcomers discount, 500 gold per globloid. How's that sound?
I do not have nearly enough, even if I desired one. Though I do not know if I could find use for one.
I'll give him my agent's card. I'm a gladiator.
He takes it and looks at it. Gladiator? Well,
yes.
Have I got just the job for you then? You've faced dangerous monsters before, right?
Many types and people as well, but Agnes face mainly powerful creatures.
I've been hearing rumors now that just, should I say, cardinal directions don't work, but we'll say it's south for now. Just south of the city, there seems to be a very rare creature in these parts, an astral brulette. I've been looking to get my hands on it, but none of these pansies want to go face it. If you can go out there and use the means I provide to you to capture said creature, I can provide you both credits as well. Credits are what we use here for currency, as well as, should I say, a globloid of your own.
An interesting proposition.
Money good.
Indeed. Money can buy us
Gobloid.
useful.
What the hell just
Cute,
happened?
must have.
Well, I suppose if I'm going to be traveling with you, I could at least see your combat capabilities.
You will not be disappointed, friend. Alright, we're capturing an astral bluey?
Boulette. What the
Oh,
fuck?
Boulette.
Astral Bluey, just the fucking dog creature, but he's just fucking made of stars.
I mean, okay, is it B-O-U-L-E-T-T?
It's
Tom, but who knows?
Bullette. Boulette.
Capture with the means that Ranger.
So, I don't want it dead. I want it alive. As alive as you can when you catch it. Do you understand my gist?
Yes, of course.
Now, this is a
Do you
dangerous creature. It can freeze you. It can kill you. It can gore you and bite you. It digs under the surface. I have just the thing for you. And he pulls out a small, what seems to be like a pyramid, like no bigger than, I would say, about 3 inches tall. And it's made of this beautiful silver and platinum color. It has these many different blue, like, sheened markings on it. This here is a capture pyramid. I'm not going to give you its actual name. It's fucking long and tedious to say, especially since it can't be said in common. But once it gets to a point you feel that it can not escape, we will say, when it gets weak enough, in your opinion, throw this at it. It'll expand, and it'll send out energy like nets to capture and minimize and atomize and pull the creature into it. It weighs nothing when it's in there.
Okay, killing not allowed. However, dismemberment?
I would prefer not.
Now, so we're fighting one of these.
Give it temp HP.
Wait, no.
Okay, got it.
Look, I know it's something that I know nothing about.
Anyways,
You
you guys willing to do this for me? For some credits and globule?
Yes, please.
I suppose it would be advantageous for us to do this task, yes.
Alright, who wants to take the, whatever the fuck I called it? Capture pyramid?
Sure, I can. Well, no, the Minotaur would likely have a better time throwing it.
Yes. Yeah, I will
just out of
take it.
Just out of character question here.
Mm-hmm.
Is throwing it strength or dexterity?
It's less about, I would say when you throw it, you hit it. It's more about, there's a DC based on the item itself. And depending on how strong the creature is or how damaged it is, that DC will decrease.
Okay, so it's like Pokemon, it auto hits, but the creature has to make a saving throw type deal.
Yeah. So the base
Gotcha.
DC is it's a strength of 16 DC. If it is below half health, it's 18 DC. Sorry.
Sorry, no, I can't say that word without without a certain company coming after you. So we'll call it Pal World.
Well, you already fucking said it on recording.
Shut up.
So
Shut up.
it's a
They're not gonna see you over a single use of a word.
so it is a DC 16. Sorry, we'll say strength saving throw if it's at full health or below, and then a half health it goes down to I believe it's 20, and then below quarter health or below it is 24, and it's a strength check.
Okay.
Now, this thing can be used up to 3 times before it breaks. If it breaks, get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
Let me guess. In order to, because you wish for us not to kill it, and we should return and inform you. That way, you could send someone else or something.
Yes. Now, mind you, I'm not going to make you risk your hides for nothing. If you come back and you failed, I'll give you a little bit, but not much. A globloid, not so much. Those cost quite a bit.
Understandable.
Anyways, anything else you need from me before you go?
No, I do not believe
At
so.
this point, you hear, Jebediah, what are you doing? And you see this human woman with, like, pulled back and braided, but, like, twirled hair in a braid. Blonde hair, pale skin, blue eyes. Standing about 5'8", in this beautiful kind of, Have you guys watched Goblin Slayer?
Yes.
Okay, the
Yes, I have.
secretary's outfit from that, but it's a bit more spacefaring. Think that, so a bit more
Gotcha.
brighter colors contrasted with dark. As she comes walking out, Jebediah, didn't I tell you not to take my newcomers and send them on dangerous missions for you to collect animals for you to sell? Now listen here, Rebecca. I don't want none of that, Jebediah. You two, did this one promise you a fair trade?
As far as we know,
How much is he offering you?
Slime
Hey.
and 500 credits.
She slaps him. If you want to do the mission, you can, but I would recommend talking to me first or trying to get a better deal.
I see.
Let me just explain to you because Jebediah won't. 1 gold is equal to 1 credit.
Oh. For risking
Sorry.
our
A
lives.
copper is worth 1 credit. A silver is worth 2 credits. No, it'd be 5 credits, and then a gold is worth 10 credits. So you'd be risking your lives for 50 gold.
That's... I could make that much easier than this. I mean,
Jebediah looks to you. Yeah, but you'll never get your globloid.
That is good point.
Sorry,
Goblin.
hold on. I messed that up. I think it was 10 copper, 5 silver, and 1 gold. Yeah, sorry, my bad. So, yeah, I don't know why I did increasing. That would be weird. But yeah. So,
why would it be weird? One
Because-
copper being worth 1 credit.
I said 1 copper, 5 silver, 10 gold. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, I thought it
Fucking knock-
was per. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey, do you have a high charisma?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I have a 10, so yours is better by default. We need to renegotiate.
Yeah,
we need to
let's,
increase the price.
Oh. So we're risking for 500 gold. Gotcha. Still.
No,
Well,
we're risking our
half-
hides for 500 credits, which is like...
500 gold.
500 gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I messed up there in the calculation. My bad.
All good.
Now there's-
Perhaps we
now-
could.
Before you continue, just remember there are lesser credits and minute credits as well, which are equal to 1 copper and 1 silver each. So, lesser credits are 1 silver, minute credits are 1 copper.
I see. I apologize. only woken up from what can only be described as a 10,000-year nap. Only. How long has it been? How does time work here exactly?
It really doesn't.
Oh, well, it was not long ago.
A long, long
Still,
time ago, time ago.
that being said, I do not know much, but based upon your description of the worth of credits, this is less than ideal given what you have told me.
Well, it depends on what you're planning to do with these credits. And Jebediah at this point is just going, yeah, you tell him, Rebecca. And he just goes off and goes, well, you guys do what you want. If you want to talk about getting paid more, let me know. And he goes off to the side to talk to people. Rebecca goes, if you're looking to find accommodations to live within the city, the lesser houses, the lesser abodes, I should say, cost one minute credits to live in per day. If you're looking for a hotel or an inn. If you're looking for an actual abode to live in, it costs you one lesser credit per month, just in taxes in general, for owning the property.
Of course,
So,
buying the property will be expensive to begin with.
yes. Buying the property costs about, I would say, for the lowest end, probably 5 lesser credits, so half a credit. But for if you want an actually extravagant lifestyle, it would cost you about 50 credits a month. And then to buy houses and whatnots, it's probably about 1,000 credits, at least, for some of the lower tierings. But if you're looking to purchase a starship or should I say, a galleon to fly through the astral sea, that's going to cost you anywhere from 5 to 15 to hundreds of thousands of credits, depending on what kind of quality you want.
Thank you, ma'am.
What I'm hearing is to even begin to live here, I'm going to need more than what he was offering.
Well, that's
Because
to purchase your own ship. You can charter.
May I
nonetheless,
exchange gold for credit?
That is what we're here for. How much gold do you have, and how much would you like to exchange?
I do. Now that I know currency, I have 10 gold. I would like to exchange for 10 credit.
Of course. Come over with me to the counter, then.
Thank you.
that I am in a similar amount of gold as I'm walking over as well.
All right. As you guys walk over, she goes, "Your credits," and she pulls out a small bag of what seems to be like. She'll ask, "Do you want credits? Do you want it in credits, lesser credits, or minute credits?"
Credit should suffice. I don't know much. Again, I
And you,
apologize.
Angus.
Regular credit, please.
She hands you these you know those coins you get at when you put like a penny in the machine and you like flatten it.
Yeah.
You basically
Yes,
get
press
one of
pennies.
those, but it has like a ridge on the edge that goes upwards. It's still the oval shape, but it is of gold. And she goes, "These are credits. If you look down at it, they are stamped approval credits of Horizon, and you can tell by." And she flicks it, and you see like this glow appear on it, like for a brief second, and it has this beautiful design of the city on it. It's very hard to replicate these, so I would not recommend it. Also, it's illegal, and you will be punished.
I am no artificer. I have no reason to attempt it.
Yes. There is a school of artificy if you're looking to learn, but its tuition is quite a bit. Anyways, these are your 10 credits. These can purchase you quite a bit of things. Low-end rent for houses or even abodes yourself. So, just remember, this is the currency we use here. Anyways,
Yes.
there's your credits. And also, really to purchase any property in Horizon or anywhere else, you will need an identification, unfortunately. If you would like to, I can give you that for free here, for the just because you're new to Horizon.
I
That would be most
greatly
kind. Thank you.
appreciate that.
All right. I will ask your names, your date of births, all this, blah, blah, blah. And she goes over the information. As she does so, she pulls out this small, for each of you, as she, seems to almost type into this ethereal, screen in front of her. You watch her lean down, and you hear a... and you watch as a small hole appears on the desk from the opposite side, as she pulls out these small rods that are maybe, the size of your phone, we'll say. And they seem to just be like two circular spiraled rods on top of each other. And she goes, "This is yours, I believe, Angus, and this is yours, Al. Go ahead and you're going to need to put a little bit of your blood on them to register them as your own."
I'll open my shoulder wound a bit and just dab it.
Yeah, and you can see one of the spirals is pointed enough to be able to draw blood if you need
to. I'll just simply use what damage check does this clause do?
I will say, if you have key points, you can use key instead.
Sure. Why not? Let's use key.
Alright, spend a key point. As you spend
one key point spent.
As you spend one key point... Actually, hold up, what level are you in it?
19.
Oh, you're not level 20. I don't think you have infinite key then, right?
You don't get infinite key anyway.
I'm pretty sure there's one where you get infinite key.
No, at level 20, the only thing you get is that if you enter battle with no key points, you regain 4 key points.
That's technically infinite key, but yeah.
It's infinite key only if you spend all of your key points, which I'm not normally going to do.
Yeah, level 20 you only get 20. Okay, I don't know why I thought that. My bad. But she goes, "Well then, now, focus on it and think about opening, just focus on it." As you both look at it, you see the spirals suddenly glow, and as you focus on it, suddenly the two spirals zone out from each other like you're opening a scroll, and you see this screen of energy laid before you. There's a picture of you there that you didn't know they took. There's your biometric scans. There are your levels and whatnot. It's basically think of a video game. And you see it says member of Horizon. So you guys are now officially parts of of Nova. Sorry, you're now officially part of the Exploring Guild of Nova. So you have a pass now that is granted by them, and there is some purchasing power in it. So you can actually purchase things now. And she looks at you and goes, "Now, if you lose those are very expensive, and they cost you at least 50 credits each, depending on how well known you are in the guild, and which guild you are going to, because there are multiple branches. This is just the Horizon. So you need to be careful and don't lose those. They are nearly indestructible, but a good bath in magma, or a good breath from, should I say, a star dragon will destroy it. So be careful."
I'm sorry, could you run that by me again? Did you say star dragon?
Yes, dragons born of stars, and there's many variations of them. There are the common stars, which are flaming, firing. Then there is for example, the cold stars, where a cold star dragon would come from. Kind of when the star explodes, they're born. But yes. What about it?
I clearly know even less than I thought.
Oh, dragon sounds like worthy challenge.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I made the astral roulette stat block, and it deleted it. So I'll be coming up with one.
Okay.
That's all good.
I think it did. Let me see. Astral... Nope. Okay, it's not in here either. Anyways, she goes, "Well then, you have now been officially joined into Nova, the Exploring Guild. Is there any questions you two have before I let you go on your own?"
Yes,
what
actually.
What would you say is a fair price for hunting down Astral Bullet?
She looks over towards Jebediah. "The Astral Bullet is a very dangerous creature that hunts on the outside of asteroids and other planetary belts like Horizon is on. They are very rare to come across because they are nearly hunted to extinction whenever they're found. Their hides are very well used. Well, hides and armor plating are used for. They're used for armor plating. Sometimes for starships, sometimes for personal armor. They are very resistant to energy-based damages, and they are very resistant to bludgeoning and forceful damages. I would put an Astral Boulette at probably at least 3,000 credits for the both of you. But since they're thinking about throwing in a globule, I would also reduce the price to be about 5,000 pooled of credits. So that would be 5,000 total.
Thank you.
5,000 total. And just simply because I can no longer be certain his price was fair on this either. What did he call them? Globules?
Yes.
How much are those actually worth?
They're pretty expensive. They're pretty commonly used by sailors to get rid of trash rather than throwing it into the astral sea. I would put them at about 250 each.
I
Credits.
see.
However, that's for the child ones. If you want a more matured one, it could range from 500 to 2,000 credits. Hello? Ah, the internet's cutting out again. Damn. I'll be back.